I wrote a short story, and there's probably about 40 town names I dropped in this one.
Okay, the name of the story?
The Ontario Hookup.
By Jim Kelly.
Well, I was outside of the pub last night having a Dartmouth when, didn't actually have a Wingham man with me, but I was still looking to get Lucknow. When all of a sudden this BRODHAGEN came up to me and asked if she could Peterborough my lighter. She was dressed in an Orangeville tank top and MOOSONEE high boots, and she was looking to party. She pulled out a bag of ETOBICOKE, and we snuck into the bathroom and got a little Del High. I gotta be honest, looking at her, there was a whole listowel of things wrong with her, but mark 'em my words, I was desperate and aching for some FLESHERTON. We drank some Bancroft beers and had a Chatham about our lives, and when the bill came, I pulled out a wad of cash, and she looked at the money and said, "God, you're rich." I said, "Yeah, I make money hand over fist." I'd have to be a blind river not to pick up the vibes she was putting out. She was pretty much throwing her Beaverton at me. We left the bar and hopped in a Kappa's casing. I popped a Minto in my mouth, and next thing you know, we're back at her place making out in the kitchener. Turns out she was a little KINCARDINE, too. She excused herself to the Bathurst and came out Delaware in nothing but her birthday Sault Ste. Marie. You know, her Tecumsehs were kind of Wasaga, but I didn't mind. We headed into the bedroom, and I started using my Palmerston, then my Fingal. I was really working that Clinton. You wouldn't believe the Owen sound she was making. Well, then, the next thing you know, I hear a knock at the Dorchester, and she freezes. "Thomas," she says. I pointed to myself and said, "This ain't Thomas." She said, "No, Thomas is my ex-husband." Well, God, things were looking pretty Grimsby, so at that point, I realized it was time to exit her. So I gathered my Mount Bridges and made a Dashwood out the window. Moral of the story, Taz, be careful with strangers, because after that day I was feeling pretty ILDERTON, and when I peed it shell burned for weeks.
I gotta hear that again, man. That was so good.